Hello again and welcome to the Friday edition of the Hotspot. How are you doing? It's been an awesome week and a tough one, to be honest, for a Man United supporter. If you do genuinely love this club, this should have been a tough week for you. But we are still here. We are still standing. They have bashed us. They have spoken about. There have been memes all over about us. I mean, they have scrutinized our manager, our players. It's been a tough week to be a Man United supporter. But guess what? We are still here, and that's why I say, don't you worry, don't you worry, don't you worry. Anyway, welcome to the hotspot. My name is Webb. Have you subscribed, fam? Because we are here as we do get excited. Welcome the new man who is going to be in charge of football matters at Manchester United, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Now, I know many of you were not so excited about the whole Jim Ratcliffe coming in and taking 25% of the club, the football matters, because you wanted Sheikh Jassim. But guys, let's move on. Guys, let's move on. I mean, it's happening. I've told you here before, even Fabrizio Romano confirmed it, that this month it should be done and dusted, that Sir Jim Ratcliffe will be announced as the man in charge of football at Manchester United. So move on, guys. Move on. Move on. Go find another lover. Move on from Sheikh Jassim. Let us embrace Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Let's support him because he's who we have. And if you think about it, the reality is it might actually be a good thing for Man United because the truth is the Glazers have managed the money matters well. Yes, we hate them, but we are all about football. Now they're out of the football, but they are good with the business. So let them manage the money. The club will make a lot of money, and let Sir Jim Ratcliffe manage the football. So we hope he does manage it well. Now let's stick to that. So let's embrace him, support him, and hope that it works. Okay. So here I am to tell you that it's going to be happening according to many reports you're getting. The deal will be cleared and announced before in this international break, but before the end of next week. Apparently, that's the reports that are coming through. I told you this month, this is when we expect it to be all done. In 8 weeks, even a new board will be known. Now, exactly what is being done and what are we supposed to expect to start from when Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in? First of all, I told you that he's already planning to bring in Jean-Claude Blo, that is the former PSG and Juventus chief, and also Paul Mitchell, the former Southampton, Milton Keynes Dons. He was at Tottenham worked well at Southampton and Tottenham with Mauricio Pochettino. This is a guy who has discovered so many young players. So one of the biggest problems United has had for the longest time is our scouting. We have had, I think, one of the worst scoutings in the game at that level. We've been, while other clubs were scouting players like Erling Haaland, players like the young boy Jude Bellingham, name them. For us, we are busy scouting, I won't give names. I won't name names. Let me respect all our players. Yeah. I knew you wanted me to name names. Shame upon you. You wanted me to name names. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But anyhow, so the reality is our scouting has been work for the longest time. And at times you look at some of the players we produce and you're thinking, okay, you see what Man City is producing and you're thinking, okay, so I think it is important that we change the sporting director, the people who run the technical matters of the game, and Paul Mitchell has proven he's at that level. In fact, what we are getting now is that he was in Spain to watch Mason Greenwood and he was impressed. That is a report coming through from Spain. I don't know how true it is, but I'll say it because I saw it. I'm here as the Man United supporter, not as a journalist. So exactly. So that's what's happening. So for me, among the first things I expect is to see some change in the structure at the club. Then, of course, bringing the right people who know what to do. Forget about this John Matters and Richard Arnold of this world who are there just to pretend they knew nothing about football, probably. And no disrespect to them, but I mean, in terms of the results, I think we are seeing showed that. But yeah, for me, I think that's what we expect him to do. But for the most important thing I expect to see, and we know that he's going to have a meeting, Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself is going to meet with Eric Ten Hag to understand him and the direction. But it doesn't seem to be any fear that Ten Hag is going to be leaving. Why would he be leaving? But I think we need to see him, first of all, we need because of the financial fair play. I would have said him inject money to buy players, but because of the financial fair play, we've got to sell players to be able to buy. Let him come and let us immediately see players being sold. Players like Rafael Varane, who are good players but are not fit enough for Man United, who are earning huge wages. Let us see that happen. Varane is sold, we are buying another player. We are seeing a player like Casemiro sold, we are buying another player. We are making money because we should stop clinging on to players who have overplayed, they are good. I'll tell you. And this is the thing about Man United that I find funny. Other clubs make tough decisions, but we fail to make easy decisions. I'll give you an example. If Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane, and Mohamed Salah were, if Liverpool were Man United, the success they got, I think up to now, Mane and Firmino would still be playing at Liverpool. Yet they were past their prime. The right thing to do was for the two of them to leave then. When they had the achievements, they got the success, there is nothing more. Sell them. But I'll tell you, if they were United players, people would be calling for increments and in their salaries and long-term contracts because of the achievements they would have led the club to. But that's not what you do. You need to know when to let go and move on and transition. That's the thing we fail to do. I think now we need to know that it is the time to let go of players like Rafael Varane when we can still get some money for them. But the signs are clear that Varane is no longer happy playing at United, but also he's not fit enough. That's the reality. Probably even Eric Ten Hag is frustrated, he's tired. He doesn't want to play him because he comes, plays one game, he's injured. So what's the point playing him anyway? Keep him on the bench because he's not there. He's not long term. So, I mean, how am I going to solve a problem if I'm disorganized whenever I'm trying to get a solution? Play Lindelof, who is fit. So for me, I think we need to keep selling players like that. Varane, and that's what I expect to see when Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in. Those changes. I don't expect him to inject money because financial fair play dictates that you sell and buy. But let us see players being sold. If Mount is not performing, we can still get money for Mount from Saudi Arabia. Let him go. There's not nothing. And people are talking about time, give them time, they are new. There is no time. There's no time, unfortunately, at that level. Players like Jude Bellingham did not need time to shine at Real Madrid. Players like name them. I mean, the best players in the world, Erling Haaland, they did not need time to shine at Man City. So if you cannot shine instantly at Man United, Rasmus Haaland has not needed time. So Amrabat, we love them. It's nothing personal, but it hasn't worked. We need players who will make it work instantly. So sell these ones and bring in new players who are going to make it work. That's Manchester United. That's what we do. But I feel like because the Glazers didn't care about football, I mean, that's why a club is clinging on to players. The John Matters are not making decisions. So I expect to see when Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in, a change in the structure, but also decisions being made, and we're seeing players actually being sold. Garnacho is there earning 350 quid a week, but the boy is not playing football. He's banished from the club, from the facilities and everything, and he's still there. Sell the player, but they saw this coming. They should have sold him before. They should have been clear they want to sell him. But we are clinging on to players, dead wood. We are clinging on to dead wood. It won't help us. And we will reach a point when we have so many players earning huge, crazy wages, but they're not playing. But because of financial fair play, we can't bring in more. Yes, we have the money, but we can't bring in more. So that's for me. Those are the things I expect to see from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And I do know for a fact that's what he's going to do. But for me, a victory for Sir Jim Ratcliffe would be me seeing a centre-back signed in January. If Manchester United signs a centre-back in January, that will be success for Sir Jim Ratcliffe for me, 100%. No question. That will be success. That's what I hope to see. But that's the update. So let's be excited about what's coming. The whole takeover, the whole what. You remember how it started? It's been weeks and months of speculation and frustration. So we're here. Let's embrace the new guy. I think he's really. I feel like he really means well for the club. I feel like he's been excited. I feel like he has had a plan to do stuff. I feel like something is going to change. I expect to see an investment in the facility. In Carrington, the training facility and all. I expect let the two work together because actually we might hate the Glazers, but the reality is it's not so easy to manage a club that's not performing but still make money for the longest time. So the Glazers are really good with the business and we need it. The business needs to be making sense. So if the football is good and you have good guys running the business, it can only blow up. So I hope that Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers work together, bring together their strength. So the football is good, the business is booming. For us, Man United, for the fans, will be celebrating. Guys, I'm off to Nyege. Catch you later now. My name is Web. Subscribe. I'll be back to talk about Luton and how we are going to obliterate them. Bye-bye, guys. Peace.